Welcome everyone. So welcome to the second edition of our Walk a Mile, where we interview eminent personalities from the industry to share their experiences with us. Today we have with us Mr. Madan Mohanka, the CMD of Tega Industries. To speak about Tega Industries is the industry leader in the designing and the building of consumables for the mining and the mineral industry. To speak about Mr. Madan Mohanka actually immersed himself into entrepreneurship right after getting out of IIM Ahmedabad. So, welcome to the show, Mr. Madan Mohanka.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you on our show. So, to begin with it, what is it that actually inspired you to get into entrepreneurship right after IIM Ahmedabad? And you could have easily got a cozy corporate job. What actually inspired you to get into entrepreneurship?
Well, I wanted to do something more challenging than just take a job and spend 9 to 5. I thought I might go to US to build my career, but my professor didn't allow me to go. He said, if people like you leave India, who will build this India? So I stayed on, and then I found an opportunity in the ad in this magazine that I saw in one of the mining engineers' office. So I thought I will take it up and see what it is. And I thought it was challenging, so it gave me challenge, and that's what I like.
Sir, we wanted to ask you why manufacturing sector, right? Why the core sector where most of your classmates, as you're already spoken to us in a classroom as well, that they ventured into digital or service industry. Why actually manufacturing sector?
Like from my batch, we were two people in manufacturing. One was a family called Talwar. They were in the business for the last 50 years prior to coming to the school. So he continued, and then I started. After my passing out in the next 50-year time, not many people went into manufacturing. All of them went into low-risk areas where the capital was their own time. And that's how they did it because the problem of mobilization of capital as well as the risk was high. And as the attitude in the country is that if you fail, everybody condemns you. The friends, the family, the society, the banker, and everybody declares that you're the most useless man in the society. So nobody wants to put that stigma on one's name.
Yeah.
So they don't want to take the risk.
Sure. Sir, we wanted to ask you, for a person who wants to get into a manufacturing sector entrepreneur venture, what is the advice that you would like to give to him? Something that the advice which is different from a normal entrepreneurship in a digital sector or into an IT startup.
You identify a product in which you believe and be at it. Don't give up. Be passionate about it. But one thing you have to do, which I could not do or I did not do, line up 50% more money with you when you start the bag. If you need 1 lakh, then another 50,000 rupees as a bag to see that in case it goes bad, you are able to put the money in and go forward rather than to wait and beg money from door to door.
So the next question I want to ask is you grew your company from an Indian venture to a complete global setup. What are the steps that that exponential growth was actually being fueled by? What should an entrepreneur actually do to take his company to the next level where he can grow from a national one to a total international MNC?
In '98, when our collaboration agreement expired, we started looking upward. We were looking at an inward company, then we started looking outward. I had a lot of challenges. All my engineers were inward-looking people, where the major criteria for selling the product was relationship, not the efficiency of the product or quality or time. In fact, some of the people working in the area of Coal India, they started eating khani.
Okay.
And for me, it was difficult to send them out in Australia and US and Canada to interact with the people.
Okay.
But they had the knowledge. So we had a new breed of engineers who were more polished, sophisticated, but they had no knowledge.
Okay.
And there was such a conflict between the two generation that it broke the company apart in 99 and 2000.
Okay.
So then we had to bring them together with a lot of effort that both are needed in the company. So we trained a new team of engineers who could go out, meet customers in outside country, and then develop the market and sell the product. And we knew the only survival would be because India was not growing in mining sector more than 1%.
Okay.
So the only way we could grow was to grow outside India.
Okay.
And we identified the market and decided the priorities and then ventured into this. There was a big risk because anytime you open a company there, it costs you 2 to 3 crore per year, just the salary and office rent.
Yeah.
So we decided to have 3 companies together, one in Australia, one in USA, and one in Canada, and one in South Africa, and started marketing it together. And first 3 years, in the export business, we really had a tough time. made losses in Australian company for 10 years, but we never closed it.
Okay, right. Sir, speaking about the support from the Indian government that you actually received when you actually started your venture, so like how do you compare the role of the government that was, when you actually started your venture and currently where your industry is right now? And like, does the Make in India venture, which is the Indian government has actually started, has it really helped you in any way to accelerate your growth?
Well, Make in India venture has not helped us because we are already experienced and we have our own strength to take it forward. But kind of like lot of facilities are given today
Okay.
in terms of the selection of land, then capital, even your equity you can get from the bank to fund your equity so that you can have a stronger equity base in case of a high-tech company. And a lot of formalities for export system, infrastructure in port have improved substantially for you to take it forward. Earlier, there used to be a strike in the port or there used to be congestion in the port. And we had to air freight the material in 2001, 2002, where the cost of air freight was more than the value of the order itself. And the material went free. So a lot of changes have taken place. It will help us more to grow faster.
So my last question to you is like, we have heard that to become an entrepreneur you don't need an MBA. So like I would like to ask you, has your education in IIM Ahmedabad, or for that matter any entrepreneurial education in an MBA will really help to fuel his entrepreneurship dreams? Like, should he actually go for an MBA?
An MBA cannot make you an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
If you have an instinct of an entrepreneur and you have an MBA, it is very good. Like Sone mein Suhaga.
Yeah.
So it helps you a great deal in visualizing the organization, structuring it, taking it forward, strategizing it.
Yeah.
All the management input that you need, it makes you stronger.
Yeah. So you do recommend having
Of course, I strongly recommend.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. And we really appreciate your insights in whatever you have given to us, and coming down to our college to actually teach us about entrepreneurial dynamics. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And
In fact,
yeah.
Jahar asked me, you were a chief guest for convocation.
Yeah.
Would you like to go there as a teacher?
Yeah.
I told him, what is wrong with that? My passion is teaching and my passion is not addressing convocations.
Absolutely.
So I told him, yes, I will come and teach.
Yeah. And absolutely, sir, our entire batch actually enjoyed us having you here and giving us the valuable insights that we could not have actually got from looking into textbooks. Really thank you for it. Thank you very much, and we hope that you actually enjoyed this our session, and we hope to see you next time on another Walk a Mile session. Thank you very much.